A very good morning, students. Today we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is chapter 15 of Science 2, and the name of chapter is Life Process in Living Organism. Today we will study the different topics as excretion, excretion in plant, excretion in human being, excretory system, structure of kidney and nephron, dialysis, coordination, etc. So, now let us start with our explanation part. Here I'll show you in such type of the plant how the excretion takes place. See, in these plants also the different ways of the excretion are there. Now we will see what is excretion and how does it takes place in our explanation part. So now I am starting with our explanation part, that is excretion. So today we will see about the excretion. What is excretion? First we have to learn that if we will put all the garbage in our home and we are not going to dispose it, then what will happen? One day will happen that the garbage will start decaying and the growth of decomposers will be there, like fungi, bacteria, etc. And it will create or it will develop foul smell or foul odor, and due to that the spread of disease will take place. Same way in our body also many harmful and waste substances like urea, uric acid, ammonia, etc. are produced in living organism. That means plant as well as in the animal, human being, everything. So if these substances get accumulated in our body or they are retained for the long time, it may lead to serious problem as well as it may lead to death also. Hence, it is very necessary that we have to remove these harmful and waste substances from our body. So different organisms are having the different method for the removal of waste or harmful substances from the body. This process is called the excretion. In unicellular organism, this waste material directly eliminated across the cell surface, whereas the process of excretion in multicellular organism, it is complex. So here let me point out some important point, and that you have to underline. This all you have to underline important point and you have to write in your notebook. Already I am telling you every time. So here we can see that if these substances accumulate in the body or retain for long time can lead to death. Hence it is necessary to remove this all from our body. Now this is the main thing, that removal of waste or harmful substance from the body is called excretion. So now children, we will see here that how this retention of, always remember, there you see one topic is there here, this retention of unwanted harmful, this all you have to cancel because this is omitted. Okay, now we'll come to the next page. So here we'll see first the excretion in plants, children. Excretion in plants. Now here first is that we can see that leaves of plant fall off in a particular season. Fruit, flower fall off after a certain period of time. Substances like resin, gum, etc. are given out of the plant body. So these all is the process of the excretion in one and the other way. Now, excretion is a simpler process in plant than in animals. There is no special organ or system for excretion in plant. So that point you have to underline, children, that excretion is a simple process in compared to animals, and there is no special system or organ of excretion. In the plant, gaseous substances are given out by diffusion, and most of the waste material of substance is given out by diffusion, and most of the substance that is waste for the plant is stored in the vacuoles of the leaf cell, in the flower, fruit and bark of the stem. So in these all places this waste material is stored. Now here we will see that after some time these parts fall off, and due to that the excretory product also is removed. Some other waste material are stored in old and worn out xylem in the form of the resin and gum. Some waste material are also given out through the roots in the surrounding soil. So children, here you can see that resin and gum are the form of the waste material only. So hope this topic is clear to you. Now children, you will see observe and find out. The next topic, that is observe and find out. Sometime you might have observed that your mother, whenever she is cutting the elephant's foot, or its vertical name is Amorphophallus or arum leaf, this their hand will start itching, as well as sometime if you touch, your hand will start itching. So for that the mother prevent this itching, and by putting some oil or something, and this itching is due to the presence of the waste material in the form of the crystals of calcium oxalate. These crystals are in the needle form. So this point you have to underline, children, that why this itching is there. This itching is there due to the presence of some crystal of the calcium oxalate, and these crystals are called raphides. These crystals are needle shaped and they prickle and cause the irritation in the skin. Some waste material of plants are useful to human, for example gum, resin, latex of rubber, etc. So these are waste for the plant, but they are useful for the human being. Now we will see, children, this excretion in human being. Now here we will see that two activities are there. That first is which waste material are produced in our body through metabolic activities. So which are the waste material? Urea, uric acid, ammonia, carbon dioxide, etc. These are the waste material which are produced in our body through the metabolic activity. Now second is what? How does the excretion takes place in human? In human being, that excretion takes place by excretory system. In that excretory system the kidney comes, skin, these all parts, urinary bladder, etc. These all parts come in the in our excretory system. So we will see here about the excretory system, children. In our body the different organ system are there which are bringing out the different life process, such as digestive system for digestion of food, respiratory system for respiration. Same way the process of digestion is leading to the energy production, which is an important process in our body, and the various waste material are formed during this process. Like children, when your mother is cooking the food, when she is cooking the food, during that time also so many waste product come out, like the peeling of the vegetable, the peels of the garlic, onion, etc. Then sometimes the small stones are there in the rice, dal, etc. So same way, so many types of the waste material are coming out when your mother cook the food. Same way, when the digestion occur in our body, so many waste material are coming out. So these waste materials are formed during this process of the energy production. So this waste material should be removed from our body, and these are removed with the help of the excretory system. So this point you have to underline. Thus various waste materials are formed during this process. Removal of this waste from the body, it is very important, and it is done with the help of the excretory system. So the human excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys. This point is very important, children. You have to learn that in our excretory system what parts are there. So what parts are there, children? The human excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, pair of ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. Urine is formed by the kidneys by separating the waste and unwanted excess substances from the blood. So it is important process, but nature, like mother is throwing the all garbage in the garbage bin, same way this waste also should come out. Now here we will see, children, the structure of the kidney. So first of all we will see how the structure of the kidney is there. Here we will see here that here the adrenal gland is there. Then this is called adrenal gland. Here you can see, children, these are the kidney. Then this is the renal vein. That violet color is the renal vein here, and the red color is the renal artery. Always remember that artery is carrying the pure blood, that is why it is always pure red color, and the vein is carrying the impure blood, so it is violet or blue in color. Now abdominal aorta is here. Then here you can see inferior vena cava is there. Renal pelvis is there. This part is called renal pelvis. This part is called the medulla here, and this is called the cortex. This part is called the cortex. This full part is called the cortex here, the inner part. So this is cortex. Now children, I'll show you the VS of the kidney. Here you can see this is renal pyramid, this pyramid shaped, and this is renal artery, this is renal vein, and it is ureter. This is very important, children. You have to learn it because it is mostly coming in exam. Now here excretory system and kidney. Here you can see, children, this ureter 1 and 2, these both are opening in the urinary bladder. This is urinary bladder, and this is the opening of urinary bladder, that is called urethra. So hope you might have got me. Now we'll study about the structure. This we have seen the diagram. Now we will see, children, that the two bean-shaped kidneys are situated one on either side of vertebral column. You know our backbone is called the vertebral column, and either side of that one kidney is situated in the posterior side of abdomen. The functional unit of kidney that perform the basic function of filtration, that is called the nephron. It is very important. I'll show you just now what is nephron is there. Each nephron has a cup-like thin walled upper part, that is called the Bowman's capsule, and the network of the capillaries inside it is called the glomerulus. The urea produced in the liver comes into the blood. When the urea containing blood comes into the glomerulus, it is filtered through the capillaries, and the urea and other similar substances are separated from it. So first of all, I'll show you the structure, children. Here is the structure. Here you can see this is the base of the kidney. One part I am showing you here. Proximal convoluted tubules are there. These are the proximal convoluted tubules. Here they are ending into a capsule like a structure that is called Bowman's capsule. Inside this Bowman's capsule you can see these are the tubular structure that is called glomerulus, and further the filtration, this part is called the cortex. Already you studied in the kidney. Now here you can see this is called the loop of Henle. This structure is called loop of Henle. This continues here, and we can see here it goes as distal convoluted tubule. This is distal convoluted tubule. So it will continue in that. Further it goes as collecting duct. This is called collecting duct. Then this collecting duct open to the ureter. This is all about the structure of the kidney. Now children, you can see that this is small kidney, and one pyramid from this kidney is shown here, and that full structure, this one unit is called the nephron. Okay. So water molecules and small molecules of some other substances that are can be crossed through this semi-permeable membrane. What is meaning of semi-permeable membrane? Mean the selective things can be transferred from one side to the other side. Now this Bowman's capsule is having the semi-permeable membrane. So the solution accumulated in the cavity of Bowman's capsule passes into the tubular part of nephron. So whatever the water molecule and small molecules of some other substance that are crossing through this, and the further whatever the left out is there, that get collected in the Bowman's capsule of nephron. Here molecules of water and some other useful substance are reabsorbed into the blood. Urine is formed from the remaining solution, and we can see which is full of waste material. This urine is full of waste material. The urine is given out through the urethra. The urinary bladder is muscular and it is under the control of nerves. Hence we are able to keep a control on the urination, because sometime you might have seen that when we are in the local train or somewhere in such place or in some meeting, then we are controlling urination because of this, because it is connected with the nervous system. Now, though the kidneys are main organ of the excretion in human being, the skin and the lungs also help in the process of excretion, because you know that carbon dioxide is removed with the help of the lungs only, and the skin through the perspiration the sweat is coming out, so that way it is doing the work of excretion. The right kidney is in a slightly lower position than the left. Each kidney has approximate 10 lakh nephron. So this point you have to underline, children, here. First of all, you underline this point. This is important point, and then you have to underline this point. This is important point, children. That the right kidney is lower than the left one. And the next point is that each kidney has the approximate 10 lakh nephron. Approximate 5 liters of the blood which is present in a normal healthy body, that is filtered about 400 times every day. So this way we can see that every day kidney filter about 190 liters of the blood, which is about 1 to 1.9 liters of the urine is formed due to filtration of the blood. The remaining liquid is reabsorbed. Now here, children, we will see that sometime some person are having the kidney problem, so their kidney is not working. During that time, they had to take the help of the dialysis. So with the help of a machine that is called dialysis machine, with the help of that the blood is purified and strained. So that we will see here, children. You can see here, this is a dialysis machine and this is dialysis of the blood, how it goes on. Here you can see, children, that how this dialytic machine is first purifying the blood, then the blood is pumped, and here you can see dialytic machine is attached. This is the dialytic machine is attached here. Now further here you can see that when they use dialysate, that is here, then after that the fresh dialysate is here, then it is a compressor, for that the air is coming out. So compressed air is there, that is getting mixed with this, and then it is pure blood is put into the body of the patient. So this is an important function of the function which is done by the dialysis. The efficiency of the kidney can be adversely affected by injury, infection, or decreased blood supply. So due to that, our kidney may be affected, and excess of the toxic substance get accumulated in our body. Uh, if we don't take care, then it may lead to the death also. If kidney fail, nitrogenous waste are separated from the blood with the help of a man-made machine, and the process of separating the nitrogenous waste from the blood with the help of this machine is called dialysis. So this is very important topic, children. You have to underline this topic. If the kidney fails, nitrogenous waste are separated from the blood with the help of man-made machine. The process of separating the nitrogenous waste from the blood with the help of this machine is called dialysis. About 500 ml of blood is sent at one time through this machine. Purified blood is reinfused into the body of the patient. So this way we can see that how this works. Now here, children, use your brain power. This is cancelled for you. This topic is cancelled for you. Further we'll come to the coordination. Next topic is coordination. What is the meaning of coordination? Like at home, your mother is doing all the housework and the daddy is going to earn the money. So mummy is managing the house and daddy is managing the economic condition. But sometimes mother is also managing the economic condition. So what is there, that they make the balance between them, then only the life is going on smoothly. Same way in our body also the coordination should be there. Here two queries are there. First one is that sometime while eating we bite our own finger or the tongue by mistake. So why this happen? Because sometime when we are dehydrated, the muscle of the mouth don't function properly, and due to that uh, we are just biting our finger or biting our tongue. Now sometime we are distracted, we are disturbed also, due to that also it may happen. The next is sometime, the next query you can see here, that second one, sometime we choke while eating in a hurry. You know, children, that we are having the windpipe, that is having a flap like substance, or flap like a structure, that is called the epiglottis, which is uh, open when we are breathing and it is closed when we are eating. So sometime when we are during that time we are eating and we are talking, so sometime by mistake this organ or this flap get open, and then due to the uh, epiglottis open position, the food particle goes into the windpipe, and due to that we are getting the choke. So we have to take care. Now, next we will see several different organ system function in a multicellular organism. So, their life goes on smoothly if there is coordination between different organ system or organs and the stimuli in the surrounding. So, this is called the coordination, children. That several different organ system function is multicellular organism. Life goes on smoothly if the organs work in a proper coordination. So depending on, we can say that systematic regulation of different process can be called control, and bringing about different process in proper sequence can be called as the coordination. So this way we can define the coordination. This you have to learn, children. Now we'll see, if any activity in the body is to be completed successfully, the proper coordination between different system and organ participating at different step of the activity is necessary. If due to lack of the coordination, some other factors, or due to the confusion at any step, the activity will not be completed. Or sometime suppose we are walking and we are thinking something else, so due to that the accident also may occur, because our brain, our legs, they are not in proper coordination. So we have to take care. Like nowadays you might have seen so many videos are there, children, that the mother is feeding to the child, and with the help of a spoon, and during that time she just see in the in her mobile also that some video or some jokes or something else. So that time the spoon she is putting on the cheek of the child, or in the nose of the child. So just they are making to laugh. Such type of videos you might have seen. That means there is no coordination. So we have to keep coordination in all functions. There is need to be proper coordination between the internal activities also, which result in the body to function smoothly, like body temperature, water level, enzyme level. Because you know that sometimes if the enzyme level is not proper, then also so much problem occur, because enzyme are balancing our body coordination. Sometimes the stimuli mean, suppose we know that this vessel is hot, but without using our brain, just we are removing that vessel with the help of the hand. What natural our hand will get burned. So we have to keep the coordination between the stimuli and our body cells. Proper coordination between various system of an organism is helping to maintain a state of equilibrium. So that is called the homeostasis. This is a very important topic, children, because mostly it come in the exam, that proper coordination between various system of an organism which help to maintain the equilibrium state is called homeostasis, which is necessary for optimal efficiency of the body. So this homeostasis you write in your notebook and learn it. It is very important, children. So every time here I am ending my lecture. Every time when I am teaching you, I am making video, I am telling you, children, that make one long book. In that all the important point, mostly which point I am underlining, that you write down and learn them properly, because that will help you in the 10th standard also. Because mostly the topics are related. This topic is there in the 10th standard also, children. Thank you, children.